Hey guys, what's up? Andrew from American Musical Supply here at Winter NAMM 2018. We're at the Universal Audio booth. I'm with Tom, and he's going to talk us through the exciting new interface, Arrow.
Thanks very much. Cheers. So Arrow is our Thunderbolt 3 bus-powered audio interface. It's the world's first Thunderbolt 3 desktop audio interface. So what that means is you can plug Arrow into a Mac or Windows PC with Thunderbolt 3 cable and have clutter-free desktop and just start recording. So the way we see Arrow is we've designed this for the musician, the songwriter, the beat maker, the producer who's just in need of a really high-quality solution for recording microphones and instruments, you know, in a compact package. So with Arrow, you get access to the Universal Audio ecosystem that we've become renowned for with our award-winning Apollo interface series. So the sound quality of Arrow is right there with things like the Apollo Twin and the Apollo Rack system. You have access to the UAD near zero latency workflow as well. So with the console software, with Arrow, you're able to record in real time with effects processing. So what really the two sort of ideal selling points of the mic pre's on Arrow and the instrument input is what we refer to as Unison technology. So with Unison preamps and instrument inputs, you get the sound of classic vocal and instrument tones, things like tube preamplifiers and guitar amplifiers. So you'll see here on the preamp side, you have a green encoder ring, and that means you have a very transparent and open preamp on the Arrow. But included with Arrow, you get 14 plugins. So if you instantiate something like the UA610B, this is a tube preamp based off our 1958 heritage with Bill Putnam Sr., and it transforms Arrow into that tube console. So when you record through this, plugging your microphone in, you get the rich harmonics and the feel of like valves from the 50s. So you have EQ in here, and you can actually overdrive and push the preamp into sweetness, you know, so it's just a really musical sound. So not only do you get the 610B preamp, you also get a Marshall Plexi Classic Unison-enabled guitar amp. So if we're in channel 2 or channel 1 here, for example, when you plug in your guitar into the instrument input, it automatically selects the instrument jack, and then you're effectively connected to this Marshall guitar amp. So depending on where you plug the cable in virtually, let's say, the jack itself is actually going to make your guitar feel like you're plugging into that Marshall right there, right? So even if you use a Y cable and you jump to 2 jacks, you get a different gain stage, a different distortion, a different feel. So the way we see Arrow is you get it straight out of the box. You can record great guitar sounds, bass sounds, instruments, stereo recording with microphones, classic vocal sounds. You can go from adding, you know, preamps and guitar amps to starting to include things like compression. So you could record with a little bit of LA2A optical limiting, which is what we provide with the Arrow as well. And the interesting thing with the console workflow is you can choose to either just monitor that effect, or you can actually commit to it. So you have this old studio workflow, which is really important for the sort of UA ecosystem and interfaces. And of course, you get access to the UAD2 plug-in library. So Arrow comes with a UAD2 solo chip on board, which allows you to run these plugins in near zero latency in console for recording. So it's never been easier to get a comfort reverb for singers to have ambience in their headphones to feel like they're comfortable on a headphone performance. But you can also start to upgrade your Arrow and get access to things like the Neve 1073 mic pre, so you get a vintage British 70s preamp. Or you can even add things like auto-tune, for example. With auto-tune real-time, here we go, just load this up. So you could also go with something like auto-tune real-time, where you can perform through that and get tuning effects and actually have comfort in your headphones, or use it as an actual effect to perform through. So that's Arrow in a nutshell, and it's a rugged construction, same sound quality as the Apollo family, and it's shipping now. It's been shipping for about a week actually, and it's $499 US.
Wow. That's awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Tom. And you can check out the Arrow at americanmusical.com.